Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, what you are praises, all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the great millstone. Shalom to you brothers is pushing truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And this is a small, short continuation off this video I made a couple days ago. I ran out of space and I was recording my phone. Because I start to record a part 2 to this, but only a couple seconds. Like I said, it was running out of space. So I'm doing it. I'm gonna play like the last little snippet of what I was saying, and then I just want to continue on just for a small time, and that's gonna be that. All right, because I was going into but you're gonna hear it. I'll play it. And then I'll get them pants down, backwards hat, cigarette in their damn ear, smoking weed, and ready to do damn wickedness. We don't come in that spirit. And best believe people pick up on that. Right, energy, presence. Yeah, people say nowadays aura, or that's the thing too. Like your energy is different, man. Right, and that's one of the things I was talking about now, to give a quick background, just in case you haven't seen the video. If you haven't, you should go check it out so you can understand the full context of what's going on. But to keep it short and simple, I was at this store, and I was talking to this lady, and she told me to pretty much smile, and long story short, I told her that, there was nothing really wrong. I'm happy. That's just like, I guess, like a natural face, a natural look that I have. Right. And she told me shortly afterwards that she said, I look like, she said, you look like you're ready to destroy the world. Right. And pretty much what I was going into in the last, couple seconds of the video that you've seen is that people notice our energy. Like I was saying, people realize our energy and our presence, the presence that we give off, and like I said, aura as well, but not like in the context that these kids say it now. Because aura is an actual thing, right? And people pick up on that. Right, because the vibration and the energy that a regular Jake gives off, like the ones I was describing, like the ones with the pants hanging down, can barely talk proper sentences, always ready to get into mischief, right? Those Jake that they act like they're pretty much a black person, right? Those people energy is completely different from ours, right? And people pick up on that stuff. Right, just like how you pick up on it, right? When you're around brethren, or you just around yourself, you realize how your beliefs and stuff is different. But then when you in public, at the store, or a gas station, or anywhere in public, right? When you're around them Jake and you see how the way they act, you see that their energy, their spirit is completely different, man. Their spirit is centered around folly, right? And our spirit and energy is mainly centered around this truth, right? So we're in public, we're not laughing and giggling and doing all the other stuff, even though like I was saying in the video, that obviously we conduct our day-to-day lives with these people. We obviously have Edomite bosses, Edomite supervisors, whatever the case may be, or Edomite friends, and obviously that doesn't mean that just because the truth doesn't mean you go around being like a demon and stuff, but these people, like, to get back on the point, these people pick up on those things. And there's an example. I just want to read this example, and we know what the example is, but I just want to loosely touch on it. I want to loosely touch on it because it's kind of in the same thing, right? This is Peter's denial, and this is Mark 14:66. It says, I'm gonna get this whole thing, and it reads. It says, "And as Peter was beneath in the palace, there cometh one of the maids of the high priest. And when she saw Peter warming himself, she looked upon him and said, And thou also was with Yahushua of Nazareth, right? But he denied, saying, I know not, neither understand I what thou sayest. And he went out into the porch, and the cock crew. And a maid saw him again, and began to say to them that stood by, This was one of them. And he denied it again. And a little after, they that stood by said again to Peter, Surely thou art one of them, for thou art a Galilean, and thy speech agreeth thereto. So they're saying, we for sure, we know that you're one of these people, and also the way that the way that you're speaking, right? Your speech, how you talk, is you one of them, right? And how do we talk? We talk about the destruction, we talk about spiritual matters, right? We talk about how we hate this place and the wickedness. We talk about righteousness, right? We talk about, our speech is different. That's an identifying factor, right? You talk Jake in the world, they own gang. They always say gang and all types of the way Jake talks is different, man. Like these people are like, what the hell, man? What's wrong with y'all, right? So that's an identifying factor for us as well. Just how it was to Peter back in that time, and obviously because at that time this instance they also saw Peter, saw Peter with Yahushua. But also the point that I wanted to focus on though was that speech. His speech gave it away, right? Because obviously that's how people go, no, you one of them Israelites. You told me you can't eat pork. That speech, that speech is gonna give it away. Even though obviously the situation that happened, I didn't go into, oh, you Israelite sister. I didn't, Jake would start doing all that. You're not supposed to be doing all that, man, right? But that just goes to show that these people pick up. These people pick up on those things. You can best believe that it's just she not going to just say that to no just random Jake that's walking like I said, walking there, dreads down their damn back, pants hanging off their ass, cigarette in their ear, purple lips. You ain't gonna say that. She ain't gonna say that to one of them Jakes, man. She could, but like I said, the way that what she said and how she said it, it was just it was crazy. Verse 71, it says, But he began to curse and to swear, saying, I know not this man of whom ye speak. And the second time the cock crew, and Peter called to mind the word that Yahushua said unto him, Before the cock crow twice, thou shalt deny me thrice. And when he thought thereon, he wept. Right? So that's what I wanted to say. Because that's the spirit that we come in, man. We have a completely different energy about us, right? And that's how people know, like you just how like when you really get down to the just of something like people people know when somebody stands out, and it's not necessarily anything you really have to do. It's not anything you necessarily really even have to say sometimes, but sometimes those play a factor, and a role. But the simple fact that when people know they're in the present, when they know they're in the presence of somebody that's like you a little different from the rest, they feel that, and that's why they might ask you questions. They might say something outlandish, that outlandish kind of, but you might catch up on it because it's spiritual, right? And like I immediately picked up on what she said, and she probably didn't even know what she really meant by it, but it's just crazy that she just said that, because that's really spiritual, right? That's really spiritual, and this truth, this ministry, this walk, it's way more spiritual than it's carnal, man, right? You can't be carnal and caught up in the carnal things. This is a spiritual walk, man. This is spiritual. Right, so that's pretty much it. I just want to re-add on just a tad bit to that, because, like I said, I was running out of space, so I couldn't really continue on. But that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be the part two. It's a short part two to what did I name it? It looks like you're ready to destroy the world. Right, so it's gonna be part two. So it looks like you were ready to destroy the world, part 2. Right? So that's it. So hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Catch you guys in